Yeah, everybody, this is Angelo Quinones, and I hope you enjoyed this Trinity debate. I'm gonna add an appendix to it, which is this, because Mark had to leave. Now had to leave. He would eventually come back, but it wouldn't. We did not finish the debate campaign. Unfortunately, his nephew lied about something. He wanted to contact Mark, and he found that Mark was busy. Okay, probably Mark's phone was busy, whatever the case may be, debating me. And then he lied, saying that he was stuck up by a gun. Okay, so somebody had a gun on him, and so he's trying to reach him. Now, that was a great lie. That was a very bad lie. And it just absolutely killed the debate. Okay, because we was going to head, knowing us, we was going to debate the issues for another 1 or 2 or 3 hours. Okay, unfortunately, we didn't, nevertheless, we do have other debates that have to do with the Trinity. So stay tuned for that in my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment on the screen, and please give me a thumbs up. It will help the circulation of this particular video. Now, I addressed, a lot of things that needed to be addressed. Okay, first of all, I gave him the Hebrew word, okay, naaseh, which means let us make. Okay, remember nu in Hebrew, and I said this in the debate and campaign against Mark. Nu means us in Hebrew, just like Hamon means us in Hebrew. Okay, that's that first person personal pronoun from the ego part of the paradigm. Okay, but nu means us in Hebrew, just like hu means he in Hebrew, singular. Hu means he, ani hu. And the blind man said that ani hu. He just used a very regular, okay, sentence there, ani hu, and you find that recorded in the 1817, among other Hebrew New Testaments, but the famous one is recorded. Okay, the famous Hebrew New Testament is the one made in 1817 by G.G. Collier and T. Frey, Frey, Collyer, and in that Hebrew New Testament, actually Jesus said "ech" for himself. Nobody could say that except for Jehovah, and I get into that in my other discussions, on this channel. But let's stay with the Trinity. One thing that he didn't do, he didn't stick with the Trinity. He can't a two-legged chair. I can't stand. Well, first of all, I'm in the Philippines here, and I ride a motorcycle. Okay, mine are not that great. I'm not saying that I drive it, though. I may get one and drive very slowly. Okay, to get from place to place. But the thing is that listen, it's a two-wheel motorcycle. You understand what I mean? And people travel, not travel, but people like in the circus, they're on a unicycle. Okay, one wheel. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a bipedal creature. I stand on two legs. Okay. There is, this idea that the Trinity can't stand because you knock out one of the legs of the Trinity, of the Trinitarian position. Well, first of all, you can't knock out God. Okay, He's gonna knock you straight to hell when you're finished. Hellfire and torture if you don't repent from your fornications and crimes and being in a cult. Okay, so this idea that if you knock one leg of the argument, well then the Trinity can't stand. Okay. Oh, man, I'm telling you that Mark, he didn't argue the issue. The issue was the Trinity, not the deity of Christ. Now, listen, I didn't, complain about it too much. I complained about it a little bit, as you heard, but I mean, he wasn't really getting into it. So let's get into it now, more. Okay, on our side of the camp. Okay. Now let's scroll. This is the Greek. I said the Greek Septuagint, but it's a copy of the Greek Septuagint. There's no such thing as the Greek Septuagint anymore. That doesn't exist. So let's go to verse. Let me see. Well, that's actually that's chapter 3. We'll see. get into that in a second. But let's go to chapter 1, verse 26. Okay, let's check that out in Greek. Of course, I have Hebrew lessons on this, so you can check those out if you want to. But I want to focus on the Greek because there is a similar construction, okay, in the New Testament that I want to focus on. It's in the Gospel of Mark. Okay, it says over here, kai apen hatheas poi esomen. Okay, poi esomen anthropan. Okay. Now, it says over here, and God said, okay, man, I'm sorry, this doesn't say that. It says, kai apen, and said, okay, the God, okay, let us make. Okay, I have, I don't know why I have verse 22 on my mind there of chapter 3. Let us make anthropos, let us make Adam in the Hebrew, actually, anthropos here in Greek. And this is koine Greek, as a matter of fact. The Greek Septuagint was made under the umbrella of koine Greek. Is koine Greek. Forget about the umbrella, it's not even raining. That's what I'm saying. Anthropon is in the accusative singular masculine construction. Let's check out all these Greek words. Kai, nowadays in modern Greek pronounced ke. They don't like that I and ah and I sound. They got rid of those sounds. You know what I'm saying? Means and here. And then apen. Okay, epsilon iota b epsilon nu. Okay, apen. That's third person, by the way. Hatheas. God. Okay, the God. Okay, poi esomen. Now, what is this? This is where the Trinity, you know, I mean, you don't see the word three until you get, I believe, into chapter 18 of this book, Bereshit. Bereshit means means Genesis in Hebrew. Bereshit bara Elohim hashamayim, right? Made the heavens. In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth, Adets. Na pen hafeas poi esomen. So what's this construction? Well, let's check this out. Okay, now Greek verbs, okay, can come in different chunks, different parts. You have the I believe the present tense stem here, okay, poi e, but actually, let me check it out where it is again. Here I'm using a magnifying glass, guys. The epsilon was lengthened to an eta, okay. So you still have the stem here, but the epsilon was lengthened to an eta, okay. And then you have the aorist sigma, okay, the tense formative sigma. This is not in the future tense. There is no future tense in a subjunctive, okay. That's an aorist sigma. This is a aorist subjunctive. Aorist has to do with tense, okay, and then subjunctive has to do with the mood of probability or possibility. This is a hortatory subjunctive, okay. A very hard word to say. It's just like plurality. We all know that Mark had a problem in saying the word. Now, if he has a problem in saying the word, or how can he convince me that he's going to be able? If he can't even say plurality, how can you defeat the doctrine of the Trinity? Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's a lot of things, and it's actually 4 years later than that debate. It's actually 2022 now, and the debate happened around the 23rd of September 2018, before I left the United States to come here to get married to Riza Topayat, now Quinones, and praise God, I have 2 children, Anna Devane and Sean Donnelly. I got those names from General Hospital, by the way. So this is 4 years after the fact. Okay, so when you're listening to debates and things like that you recorded before, you pick up on things that you didn't pick up on when you were actually involved in the debate and campaign. Okay, unfortunately so. Now, where is this word? I keep on losing that word. Okay, men, I see the men there. So, a Greek verb has different parts to it. So, you have your root, okay, your root. The form is called the stem, right? Is the part that contains the meaning, okay, of the word, right? To make. I'm kind of making it an infinitive out of it, but, I make, if you will, right? In the present tense, poieo. I think it's an epsilon contract verb, okay? And I think the paradigm goes something like this. I guess it goes like a poieo, poies, poie. Basically, this is a because of the men is a first person plural ending. Okay, it's a primary active ending, by the way. Okay, primary active ending. Okay, and me, te, unsi. Okay, well, actually, and we see sigma, iota, men, te, unsi. Okay, and so the deal is that verbs, let's get back to this, okay? Verbs come in chunks, in parts. So you have the root of the word that contains the meaning of it. Excuse me, guys, okay? And then a letter might lengthen there or might change, okay? Because it collided with another letter, right? Not in this situation, but another letter, and then it contracts. It becomes something else, like a u or whatever the case may be. But so then you have your stem, you have your connecting vowel, your stem, your connecting vowel, and a personal ending. Oops, 2% left. So let me not give you another paradigm. Okay. So the deal is, this is the deal, that poie is the stem. The epsilon was lengthened to an eta. And then you have the transformative here, the aorist transformative sigma here, okay? And it doesn't need the, let me see over here. Okay. Okay, and then, since this is a subjunctive, okay, the letter to point out the subjunctive is the omega, just like the eta can, okay? And then you have the personal ending men, okay, which is the first person plural ending. So what I'm trying to say before, the battery goes out and then this study or appendix to this debate and campaign is annihilated. But this is our subjunctive, and it means, okay, us. Let us make. Let us make, poiesomen, okay, from poieo, okay, so spelled out P, omicron, iota, eta with the acute marker, sigma, which means to synchronize, by the way, omega, mu, and then epsilon, nu. The mu is called me nowadays, and the nu is called ni, and the eta is called eta, and the omicron is pronounced like omicron nowadays. Now, let's get to the, okay, let's get to the New Testament, I believe, right? And let's get to, okay, I hope this is chapter 9 here. Okay, and let's go to verse 5, because verse 5 in the Gospel of Mark has a similar construction, and it's talking about more than one person. Okay, so let's check it out. Now remember, Jesus was transformed, and incidentally, Luke uses a different word than that Mark or Matthew uses, because he's writing to the Greeks, and he didn't want them to think that Jesus turned into a God. Okay, that's one of the reasons why John 1:1c cannot be translated into that predicate nominative there, cannot be translated into a God, because just the theological and the structural implications. And it says over here, Peter said, so it's probably a hapatras, apen in Greek, to Jesus, that'll be Yesu, in the dative case there, said to Jesus, Rabbi, it is good, okay, for us to be here. Let us make 3, that's poiesomen. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for you, and one for Moshe or Moses, and one for Elijah. You understand what I'm saying? So in this, and I have to leave, guys, but in this text, you have poiesomen in Greek. Now I could come back with a second appendix and we could look at that, but I have to go now, okay, before this lesson is destroyed. This is Angelo Quinones giving total glory. This is Angelo Quinones giving glory to the God of Israel. God is not the God of the necron, of the dead or the moot in Hebrew, the dead, but the living. And that means that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were still very much alive at the time that Jesus said those words. Again, please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. That's the Greek P and the Hebrew P. And please leave a comment on the screen. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed the debate and campaign between Mark Jackson from Missouri, you know, that's just the deal, and yours truly, Angelo. Take care, guys. Bye.